born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
And 6 at the 26-yard line.
It's Barkley on the counter. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. With the Vikings and 49ers, you might remember, met in the divisional round of the playoffs a season ago. The Vikings coming in off the overtime win against New Orleans. But the 49ers, they were rested and ready, and they got a couple of touchdown runs from Tevin Coleman. And their defense shut out the Vikings in the second half as that wound up a 27-10 Niner victory. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Shotgun now from Murray. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. He'll get this complete to Batson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Brady. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Javon Kinlaw busting through to get him for a loss of 6. To try again after the sack. Brady. Zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week because they won going into that. And no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this. Because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you should get more time off. But if you win the game for the week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
For Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. Now he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses them about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got room. And he's going to get this all the way down Vikings 20. A big gain there on 3rd and long. And even 50 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down, here's Barkley. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Murray, flush to his right. We'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
49ers 3.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
The 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Brady. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. The Kenner here, it's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Brady now on first down. And this is caught at the end. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. First down, Murray. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Oh, that was dangerous. Murray threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Murray. And that is complete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, they certainly gave it an attempt. They had a diminutive receiver like this running through the land of giants in the middle of the field, but they couldn't find enough room to get him the football.
To throw on third down. Murray got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Number 26.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today.
A 28-yard attempt.
The Gay knocks this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. The final shot before half for Brady. Looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he'll be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. On first down, Brady. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Bailey lining up for the point after.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Makes the score Vikings 21, 49ers 6. Dan Bailey to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will be a touchback, no return for Ayuk.
10-10 at their own 25-yard line.
offense set to get this drive underway. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get sixes, that's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Saquon Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. From the gun, Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Javon Kinlaw able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. the run, it's Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A first down carry for Barkley. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
3rd down.
This is Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And some space here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
Saquon Barkley. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Tom Brady, and the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Dan Bailey lining up for the point after.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. return on this one is a fair catch, a signal for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Harrison Smith. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Brady now on 1st down. Inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 36 yards on the play.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Operating from the gun, Brady. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, 49ers 13. Dan Bailey.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 22, Murray. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
3rd down, Barkley. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. Murray now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Paris Campbell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. They're going to run it with Barkley. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Shotgun now for Brady. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time? That maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Murray now on 1st down. Looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, it's Brady. Going deep here for one. And it's caught inside the 30. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. Boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Throwing on first down is Brady. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. First down. Brady. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Cameron Batson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now this carries into the end zone. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Ashton Davis. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Brady going to look to throw. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Brady. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back over the 28. Hassan Reddick in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Open man is Thielen, it's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Marcel Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On second down, Barkley. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing on first down is Murray. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. After the sack on first down, Murray. And now here's another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point up and good by Bailey, and the lead will swell by one more.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Richie James on the return. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion held leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week.